Hi guys, welcome back to Reedesign by Twitch. Twitch. So this video is hopefully going to be a shorter one, and it's going to be like on the tail of a previous video. I really struggle doing these ones where there's like one that comes after one that hasn't actually gone up on YouTube yet, so my timing might be a bit off, and it might not make sense when I talk about things. But if you've just watched the one where I do these chairs, this is the video where I show you how I do the rattan insert. Some people say rattan and some say rattan. I feel better saying rattan. Rattan feels weird, so I'm saying rattan. So I'm going to start off by saying, before anyone comes at me in the comments with, oh, you should have done it this way, you should have done it that way, blah, blah, blah. This is my first time doing this, and this isn't a video of how to do it, it's how I did it, okay? So there's a very good chance that it will get to the end of this video and I will sit down and say what I could have done differently and what I shouldn't have done, and yeah. So I'm just going to say that straight off the bat. This is my first time doing it, so don't come at me in the comments. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so this isn't really going to be helpful for anyone who isn't in Australia, but I got my rattan or cane webbing from Kmart. I got 2 rolls of this. I think it was $13 each. So it's obviously fake, so it's plastic, but I can still work with that. And I have already opened one up, and where is my test piece? 1 second. So first thing I did was do kind of like a mock-up, or my roller door is being a ghost. So the first thing I did was try and work out how I'm going to go about holding this in place. So when I took the old bits of cane out that were around the edges, it had little strips. I'm thinking it might have been bamboo or obviously cane, something like that. Had strips down there that were holding it in place. So I really want to try and mimic or copy how the original cane webbing was in there. So I cut this piece off, and usually from what I've seen with other people using cane webbing, real cane webbing, they soak it in water and it softens it, and it makes it easier to work with and makes it more malleable or pliable. Which word would you use? But anyway, I think from what I've seen, real cane webbing is a lot stiffer, but this seems to be fairly flexible and easy to maneuver, and it's not super crunchy or anything like that. But yeah, so what I did was I tucked that edge down in there, and this is very hard with one hand, and I've got these bamboo stakes that I got from Bunnings. They're just little gardening stakes, and I pushed that down in there and then used a rubber mallet to bash it down into place. Obviously when it comes to doing the actual piece, I will be putting glue in there, and the glue will actually should lubricate it and help it go in a bit easier. But yeah, that's my plan, but obviously I'll work it out as I go. Yeah, so the way these things usually go is that one chair is going to be the tester, and the second one will probably end up looking a lot better than the first, but hopefully they both come out looking okay. Alright, So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the pieces from my pieces of bamboo stakes. So for anyone interested, these are the bamboo stakes that I'm using. Oh. So they are, let's see if there's a size on it. So these are 5mm thick. Right. So I'm using the bamboo stakes to hold down the rattan in the gaps. I don't know if this is something that a professional would use in this instance, but I needed something to do the job and this is what I had on hand. So this is what I'm using. I'm also going to add that I got these from the garden section at Bunnings. Alright, so because this one has a curve in it, I'm going to try soaking this in hot water or warm water to see if that helps make it more pliable. This is one of the first places where I'm pretty sure I buggered up. So I'm rolling this backwards to try and unroll it and make it easier to work with, but I'm pretty sure this is the main reason why this one ends up with creases in it. You can see it when I unroll it after I've rolled it up like this, that it has pretty prominent lines in it. I'm pretty sure from where I've squeezed it here. But I had good intentions, but I'm just going to say it now, I wouldn't recommend doing this. You can see the lines there. So apart from that first part where I'm rolling up the rattan, I've deleted all the footage for the first chair because I just want to start fresh, but here is the moment where I really stuffed up.
It really, like, no one seemed concerned that the kidnapper was still in the house, or how they got into the house and could they get back in. Right. How do you know that kid's safe? Like, that's just so weird. I don't understand that. But again, remember, they were supposed to make arrangements.
Okay. So after having broken the chair, whilst trying to fix the chair, I have fixed the chair. It was bound to happen. The way I got around that, I stopped recording just so that I could get that one done, but the way I got around breaking it again was I just got a piece of pine and placed that underneath wherever I was using the mallet at the time so that it had something underneath it for support, and I didn't have that problem again. So obviously it's not perfect, but it'll do. And it certainly looks a lot better than what it did. But now that I've got that one done, I will show you what I did on this one. Okay, so now that we're on to the second one, I'm going to explain the things I did differently. So with the bamboo stakes, they were a little too thick, and so that I wouldn't have to use so much force to get them into that slot, I used my knife to carve some of the meat off of the stake. Worked out way too well. That was unintentional. But shaving a little bit of it off to fit into that space made a huge difference with how well it went in. I probably did go a little heavy-handed with the glue on these chairs, but I wanted to make sure everything was stuck down really well. I didn't want it to be able to budge at all. But there was a little bit of splatter action every time I hit it with the mallet, so, you know, I copped a little bit of glue. Okay, so starting with a straight edge on my rattan, I'm lining up that part along that strip, and it's overlapping by like 1 or 2 millimeters to make sure I've got enough but not too much that it fills that space too much. And I'm just using a flathead screwdriver to poke those ends down into that groove. And then I put my bamboo stake in place where I wanted it, checked the ends, and then started tapping it in with the rubber mallet. I only went gently, and I was trying to start from the middle and work my way out. So I did have a little bit of trouble with the rattan in the corner lifting out as I was tapping it down. All I did to fix this was pry the bamboo stake up in that corner, put the rattan back into place, and then tap it back down with the rubber mallet. Once I had the bamboo stake exactly where I wanted it, I went in with a flathead screwdriver and a mallet and just tapped it down further into that groove. Now that that end is firmly held down, I can grab it by the other end and pull it tight. And then I use a pencil to mark where I need to cut. For this part, I basically do the same thing again, but when I start poking it down, I start from the center and work my way out. This way I can try and make sure that it's all even and the tension is all right. So on this part, I'm using a piece of bamboo stake that has been soaking in boiling water. It doesn't make it super flexible, but it does make it less brittle so that it doesn't snap, or it's less likely to snap when I manipulate it around these curves. And I start from one end and slowly tap it in as I work my way around the curve. It was about here that I was sick of the screwdriver leaving dents in it, so I went looking for something else to use, and as it turns out, another piece of bamboo stake actually worked so much better than the screwdriver. Okay, so it's safe to say the second one definitely turned out better than the first one. You can see when you look at it here, see those dark lines on that one, the vertical lines? So it's got a little bit of slack on this one, which is why it's got a couple of wrinkles in it, but this one, oh, there's a bit of glue running, this one is a bit firmer, and yeah, I think it just turned out heaps better than that one. But it was a learning curve, and again, like a lot of cases with what stuff I do, I've never done it before and I'm just having a go at it, and that's all you can really do, right? If you don't know how to do something, if you're able to do it, just get in and have a go. I find that's the best way I learn how to do things, and yeah, like there's heaps of things out there for you to be able to learn how to do something. You don't have to go and fork out a bucket load of money to learn how to do something. There's heaps of people out there willing to help you learn how to do something, or you can just go and read some articles or blogs or whatever you want to do. However you find, whatever way you find is easiest to learn. I personally learn best by doing things myself and just hands-on and getting stuck in and finding out how to do things firsthand. I hope this helps someone out. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm expecting there to be people that are going to be jumping all over me saying you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have done that, but you know what? I'm happy with how they turned out. It could have been worse. I mean, I broke the chair, yeah, but I fixed it as well, so it's all good. all gravy. It's all gravy. Thick gravy goodness. Anyway, time for coffee. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.